Hi, welcome. My name is Brooke. This is where I talk about books, and this week on my channel I'm going to be discussing If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. This was my read for the week and I really enjoyed this book. I had heard before I read it that it was like similar to The Secret History, and it was in some ways and it wasn't in others. It was definitely original. Also have some shipments from ThriftBooks back here that I want to open with you guys. I'm very excited about these. I got them yesterday and was just squealing when they arrived. I love getting books in the mail. It's so exciting to me because I know that there's some new adventures in there waiting for me, and that's my favorite. I hope that wherever you are watching this right now, you are having a good day. Things are going well for you. This is a book about 7 students who are going to a prestigious art school. When I was in middle school, I went to a visual and performing arts charter school, and this book took me back to those days, and it was full of students. Sort of like in this book, there's the dance students, there's the drama students, there's the art students, so on and so forth. I happened to be a drama student, so I really enjoyed the way that this book was written. It's similar to The Secret History in that it does involve murder in a sense, but this book is completely different from that one in a way. I will say though that the characters that die in both books remind me of each other, so maybe we're on to something with those sorts of people. I will say that they do, both Bunny and the character in this story, remind me of people that I know in real life, and I wouldn't say that I seriously considered murdering them, but it's funny to see that those character traits are just sort of widely disliked. Maybe we can get rid of those traits. I personally loved the way this book was written. I loved the script elements, the way that it was broken into acts and scenes, and the heavy Shakespearean, whoa. Okay. Where was I? As I was saying, I really loved how the book was written. I enjoyed that it was broken into acts and scenes. I thought that it was really well done considering the subject matter of the book. I also really loved the character development in the book, and I have character notes throughout. The characters just continue to evolve for me, and I thought that that was really well done. Even characters that at the beginning I was not interested in, I really loved how they developed and became more interesting. I will say that I absolutely loved Alexander. I don't know, something about Alex. I was absolutely infatuated with him in the beginning. I was like, oh my god, I love Alexander. Oh my god, Alexander. And of course his character evolved into something, but I loved him. I love that character. I think it reminds me a bit of me, but I saw pieces of me and myself in definitely Alexander, a little bit in Camilla. Is that her name? I just finished this book yesterday and I already forgot her name. No, Meredith. Meredith is the hot one. So yes, I definitely saw pieces of myself a little bit in Meredith, but definitely in Alexander and in Oliver. I loved those characters. I also, oh my god, James grew on me so much, but anyways, I don't want to give any spoilers. I loved this book. You should read it. I think you should read it. I think you will enjoy it if you liked The Secret History. Again, they're not exactly the same. They have similar elements, but they're different novels. They're definitely different novels. Let's see. Which one did I like better? That's really hard. I don't even know which one I would choose. If I could only read one of them again, I think, oh my gosh, I want to read The Secret History again because it's been a couple weeks now, but I also really loved this book, and I think that this is gonna be a favorite for a long time. So that's a hard choice. Ask me again later and I will maybe have a better answer. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, I absolutely loved the setting descriptions. They were just beautiful. Let's see if I can find an example of one. New setting is that lime green. I just loved the descriptions that she gave. Another one she wrote, the tiny fairy lights of 1,000 candles flickered on the beach. I just love it. It just was so beautiful to me. They put so many good like vocab words in here too, so many new words that I didn't know and want to learn. So I love books that teach me something. This book taught me something, not only about craft, but just was deeply insightful. They used Shakespeare beautifully. I think that if what the author meant to do in this book was to give taste of Shakespeare to the people and make it something that they want to be interested in, they did a beautiful job at that. I just bought Romeo and Juliet to read along with the movie. I love Shakespeare. I think it's beautiful. I just am not one of the people who inherently get it, but I want to, and I want to understand Shakespeare better. This book, I will attribute some of that to. Not all of it, but some of it. They did a really good job of making what was happening with the characters go along with the scripts, and oh, I just loved it. I just really, really loved it. If you're into any of these things, if you're into Shakespeare, if you're into theater, if you're into dark academia, if you're into like romance and murder and love and lust and oh, just read this book. It was so good. Absolutely loved it. The relationship development was amazing. The themes that were discussed were incredible. The people were so real to me. The characters were so real to me. There is so much more I want to say about this book, and I would love to discuss it. If you have read this before, please message me. I would love to talk about some of the things in here, but I don't want to spoil for people who haven't read it. I am huge on no spoilers. Again, I don't know if you've seen my other videos, but I hate to go into a novel and know what's gonna happen. I want to be surprised. This was another terrific example of that. Without further ado, I would like to give this book its rating. I don't remember what I rated The Secret History because I am a pantser. I like to fly by the seat of my pants, and this book and The Secret History, I want to say that this was a little bit more exciting. The Secret History was good, but I did know what was happening to an extent, and it was, I don't want to say boring. It wasn't boring. I just feel like this was more exciting. This is a 5-star. 5 stars. 5. I loved it. I absolutely love this book. Mwah. So, moving on, I'm gonna put this aside. I got my first ever thrift book order in the mail yesterday, and I want to open them on camera. So, I'm gonna just dig into these. First book. We have Outlander. I'm a little bit sad because it has people on the cover. Not my favorite, but it does look to be in very good condition. I really kind of wanted the blue one that everyone else has, but I'll read it, and then if I love it, I will buy the blue one and put this in the little free library and pay it forward that way. This looks like it's in great condition. It's got a little bit of whatever on the front, but I sort of abuse my paperbacks because I study them. I underline, I highlight, I flag. So this looks awesome. What else did I get? I also will have to take this sticker off. The next book. So I'm writing, this is Herland. It is a lost feminist utopia novel by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. She is the author of The Yellow Wallpaper, which is also a feminist work. This is a little bit not tore up, sorry, but it's not as in as great of condition. It's underlined, it's been pre-loved, but I sort of love it. And I'm excited to see what someone else thought was important in here. So excited about this. I will explain why I have this in a minute. I'm gonna open the other package first. Okay. In here, I'm gonna grab the biggest one first because this is The Mad Woman in the Attic. And it is the woman writer in the 19th century literary imagination. This goes with my Herland, and then I have one other in here for the same purpose. Yes, A Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf. So these three novels, Herland, Virginia Woolf's A Room of One's Own, and The Mad Woman in the Attic, I am reading for personal reasons, and then also because I'm writing a history paper this term discussing how essentially the revolutions of the 18th century gave way to the literary expression of women for the first time in the 19th century, and how the works of the 19th century minds of women have greatly influenced our lives since, and how their thoughts, so eloquently written, really gave women a voice for the first time. So I'm reading these for that novel, for that paper, but also because I'm a woman and I need to read them. So that is what those books are for. I will discuss the project more if you guys are interested in the paper at all, and my thoughts and my ideas on literary criticism and feminist works in the 18th and 19th century. I'm interested, so I'm assuming there's other people that are interested, because I've found that where there's one, there's usually more. So if you're out there and you're watching this and you're into feminist literature and things of that sort, let me know. Let's just talk about it. I love to hear ideas from other people. Last book. I have one more. I got the first Percy Jackson book. I know that these are like middle grade, but I am working on a piece that I wanted to have some mythology elements in. So I'm reading this because I heard they're amazing books in the first place, and I never read them as a kid, and I want to use them for research purposes as well. So first Percy Jackson book, I will read this soon. I have so many slightly OCD. It's fine. Everyone has their thing. Anyways, I'm very excited about these books. I have great reading plans for the future. I don't know what I'm reading next, but it's probably going to be these, all of these. I'm probably reading this stack next. I also have rearranged my house and taken all of the books that I've already read out of my room. And so I just have one shelf of books now. That's my TBR. It will probably be full now that I have these, but I kind of like to have a little bit of pressure so that I continue to read. Anywho, thank you guys for hanging out with me, talking about If We Were Villains, watching me open my first thrift book order. I'm so excited to get back to reading. I also am hoping to share a little bit about my work in progress that I'm writing and some other things next week. So I will look forward to seeing you then. I hope everyone has an amazing week ahead of them. Thank you again for being here. I will see you guys next time. Bye.